Alright, so I want to run by this concept that there's plenty of ways of going about doing things. I'm not going to say one way is right, one way is wrong, but just again, my opinion on things. So, I'm not relating this to any Ukraine issue or anything of that sort, but that issue at hand kind of touches up on this topic and it brings a good example for what I'm trying to say, because it seems like everybody's locked into their view of either for Ukraine or for Russia, and if you live in America, you're going to say, hey, Russia's bad. If you live near Ukraine, you're going to say, no, Ukraine is bad. And depending on your ideology and where you are and how long you've been following politics, you'll be on either side. So just giving current dynamics. But from the majority perspective, as things sit right now in America, a lot of people do not like Putin. Again, if you live in a communist country and that's what you're for, then you love Putin, especially if you're Russian. And you'll be like, okay, well, they're crazy. Well, I mean, look, if we just take the stigma out of things and you go, hey, what do you want for your country? Strong leader. What does a strong leader want for his country? Strong people. What do they want? Strong values to support their country to further and prosper themselves. Now, let's take the same thing over to America. What do the people want? A strong leader. What does a strong leader want? Strong people with good moral virtues and furthering and prospering the country. Okay, so it's the same dynamic. Who's wrong? But in all, what I'm trying to get through with this video, it's not going to be very long, is that you really kind of got to recognize and put yourself in other people's shoes to view a situation properly. And, we say this all the time, but we really just don't view it. A lot of people don't. I'm guilty of that. I've done it plenty of times, but when you have time to really sit down and reflect on it, you really should, and not just go, oh yeah, whatever, and just throw it out and go back to your same, 1 second, review of a situation and giving your opinion. It doesn't work that way. So, I obviously am from America, but the big opinion and the view and the goal apparently right now is to shame Putin and to piss him off and to belittle him and to make him feel bad for what he's doing. Regardless of the situation, we don't know the whole of the situation or what drives his motives or what's going on in his head or what his end goal is, and everybody here is going to assume. And the problem with assuming is you don't know. We don't know. You're not there. And people who have been there, some people give completely different opinions. So the thing we got to look at is, if you're in a situation and you just found out about it and an argument breaks out and this guy's your friend, yeah, you're going to side with your friend every time. But then your friend leaves and now it's just you and the same person's there. And he's like, hey, I want to talk to you. Are you going to go, no, I don't want to talk, this is what's going to happen? Well, the guy just said, hey, he wants to sit down and talk. And you're like, no. That's mistake number one. It's like, hey, understand the situation, get some knowledge about it, or at least hear the other person's side, whether they're right or wrong, tell them the truth or lying. Just, okay, what do you got to say? Again, still have your guard up. It's understandable. Plenty of reasons why, especially if you're a man. So, no one really cares to hear what Putin has to say. And he's not going to say anything because he already just understands that no one cares. And you go, okay, well, he's very arrogant. Well, I mean, we can call our president in America arrogant, but the fact of the matter is to become the leader of a country, you got to have a lot of shit going. And you can say, oh, it's nepotism. You know, they just family, daddy did that. Yeah, that's part of the truth. Yeah, that happens. Connections and ties and moral obligations, you know, to other parties. It happens. But you know how powerful you have to be to even be even just like recognized by those circles, to even be looked at, to have attention brought to you. So to sit back in a chair like I am and say like, oh, I know what's going on, they're gonna look at you and be like, oh, okay, you are a number, you are a speck, you are just a blip on a screen that they don't care about. You are insignificant. And with the situation with Putin is, it's like he's gonna shoot nukes. It's like, no, I don't think he's gonna shoot nukes. I don't think he would. And I'm not saying that because it's like, oh, he's weak. It's like, no, not at all. You gotta understand this man's back history. That's like calling anybody who's in the military, oh, he's weak. Did you sign up? Dude, this goo could have been, okay, you can be in the military and you could have been scrubbing floors, getting, you know, raw dog from the back every night. And you know what? You're out there putting your life on. You're the guy who said, hey, I'm gonna sign this on this contract. If you send me out there and say, hey, you're gonna go hug a grenade today, what am I gonna do? You're gonna pull the pin and end it all. And he's like, I'm not doing that. It's like, you don't have a choice. You're doing that. And they sign up for that? I want to see you take the pin and do the same thing. And so before you go out saying like, oh, you ain't shit, it doesn't matter if you're in the military, hey, hey, go put your sign, go put your signature on the dotted line, and then, you know, then go speak to them. That's a different story. So, just two facts there. One, Putin being ex-military or KGB, and then two, him being the leader of a country. One, we're a little bit, I guess, semi-fairer in America with how corrupt things are in Russia. And they really are corrupt. And just from what you're told, you're not there unless you come from Russia or you live in Russia right now, or you're very first person to the situations there, then you would know more or less more than I would. But let's just say that is the factor. Let's say it is super corrupt like they say it is. You know how hard that would be to get in that position of power? You know how much power that person has to have? That's insane. So to say that person's weak would be a really bad understatement. Because, I mean, just think about this. If that man was to knock on your door today, want to talk. Drop the shades, flip the lights, nobody's home. He just wants to talk. You don't want to open the door? I know some guys are like, oh, I'd open the door. Okay. He's going to be like, you know what, better yet. Somebody's a little bit more comfortable. Come to my house. He invites you to Russia. You're not going. The simple fact of the matter is because even if you do go, you don't know. You don't know what that person's thinking or what's going through their head. So what I want to say is if Putin in this situation is the enemy and you want to tell him to calm down and you want to tell him to stop, first you have to fully understand the situation. At least communicate with the man. If that's not possible, okay. Yeah, let's say the smartest thing to do is to provoke him. That sounds great, right? Let's just, hey buddy on the street, I don't like you. You want me to tell you why? I don't want to talk. Oh, okay. I'm gonna slap you across the face. It's like, oh yeah, that's a smart idea. You just don't even know why he's in the situational mood he's in. That's just the best thing to do. And let's just say he takes it like a champion. He's like, hey, it's not cool. I'm dealing with some shit. I'm taking care of some business. See this guys I'm beating up over here? I'm doing some things. Oh no, that's wrong. It's like, do you know the situation? Well, no, but this is what my friend told me, and it's like, okay, is your friend involved? Well, no, not exactly, but he saw it. Okay, so why are you getting involved, and why is he involved? And then you just go stick your boot into his fucking situation and all of his information and all of his business. You know, I'm not trying to defend anybody here, but it's just, again, for the example of what I'm speaking on is, if you have an enemy and you're not directly correlated to that person and you have no ties in any way, sticking your fucking head, fucking asshole, deep into their situation and getting into their business and then commenting on it. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of doing it here, but I'm trying to do it in an unbiased perspective. Is not a really good way to go about things. And if you want to make that person your enemy or state that he is your enemy, well, you've just created an enemy or confirmed someone as your enemy. Do you let your guard down on your enemy? No. Do you got to look over your shoulder for your enemy? Some of you are going to say, no. Oh, yeah, that's smart. Let's turn my back. I'm not scared. 2 pops to the back, and yeah, okay. They're not worried about you no more. So, guess what I'm getting at is, if you're trying to humiliate Putin, this is like trying to humiliate an enemy. If you were someone's enemy and they go, I'm going to humiliate you, that'll show you. No, that's just me going, okay, let me tighten up my boots a little bit. This guy might be trying to do something here. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to come to your home. I'm going to go right outside your doorstep and I'm going to fucking show my balls to you and just... At this point, the person's just powdering up his hands like, oh yeah, come on, I'm ready for this one. You don't even know what's going on behind my doors in my house, but you want to, okay, come on. I'm all over here arguing with my neighbor. Come on, Mr. Bystander, walking your fucking Pomeranian. I don't want to get in everybody's business. Come on. You know, and he's like, yeah, I'm about it. And he's like, step on my lawn. Please step on my lawn. Just come on, step on my lawn. And you're over here at the edge of his property like, yeah, you're not going to do nothing. It's like, bro, calm down, take a few step backs. You know, because pissing someone off who you've created as an enemy is not the best way to calm them down. It's just like very counterintuitive. I don't know why people see it the opposite way, but that's just like socializing 101. If somebody has an issue, it's like, yeah, piss them off, that'll make them shut up. It's like, no. Yeah, if you're a coward, if you ain't got no balls, and I mean, hell, even if you're a woman, if you ain't got no I guess backbone to you, then yeah, just shut up, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, then yeah, okay, yeah, that might shut them up, but that'd be the same perspective as, you know, I'm not trying to like shit on any countries, but I'm just gonna say X country because I really don't want to throw nobody under the bus here. We'll just say X country coming up to America going, yeah, we're surrounding you. We're at your borders. What you gonna do about it? We're just gonna look at them like, yeah, okay. You really want to do this? Yeah, y'all are stupid. It's like, that's not really making us less happy. Yeah, and Americans are weak. They're stupid. You know, they're all fat. And it's like, have you seen the military? You know what these guys have done and gone through? I don't care. They're all bitches. It's like, you're gonna be like, oh, okay. All right. Come on. It's the same scenario. It would just irritate you even more. Just like, you know what? Just okay. Roll on the big boys. Roll on the big boys. Come on, bring them in. And the guy's like, ain't shit. You ain't even got nothing. That's trash. You know what? Open up silos 1 through 24. Oh. oh, you think nukes are bad? It's just like, oh, this guy's fucking stupid. Well, that's kind of how they're looking at us. Pissing off a very powerful world leader. It's like, oh, yeah, that'll make him stop. Let's humiliate him. Let's shit on him. No. You can discourage people. But if you have a country with heart, okay, if you're attacking the leader, that's one thing, you know. He's already looking at you like you're stupid. Because, one, you don't know their capabilities. And we can go all day, yes, we do. Okay, because we know the U.S. military's capabilities. Oh, yeah, we have nukes, and we don't know what we have. And the military's not just going to throw that information out there, and neither is theirs. We don't know. And the best way to avoid that conflict is like, hey, let's be rational about this. Well, for some reason, we're just egging that shit on. It's not really smart. We're being children about it. And I'm going to try to wrap this up in 4 more minutes. You know, I was really trying to keep this as a short video. But put yourself in those shoes. If you're weak, you know, timid, a pushover, then you wouldn't be saying anything in the first place. I guess unless you're a fucking keyboard warrior, and that's a totally different story. Because you can be whoever you want on the internet. But in real life, these people in the flesh, face to face at your doorstep, yeah, you'll completely rethink all of that. You know, and some people, yeah, they're going to say otherwise. But I'm talking about those people who I was just talking about. Very weak, very absent-minded, grew up in a bubble, or still live in a bubble, or just have never had no conflict in their life, or really try to avoid conflict. Conflict isn't bad. It's just the way you situate yourself, and getting through it is a different thing. And you can do it without violence. You can do it with violence. You can do it with strategy, or you can be completely arrogant and just fucking swing your way through it. It's up to you. You know, but conflict, no matter how you take care of it, if you face it, that's what really matters. So, to the people with a backbone, you know, they can actually stand up straight. 9 times out of 10, they would see the situation completely different, especially if they've been through enough shit. And they'd be like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's not step on this person. Well, yeah, they're weak. Why do you say that? Because they're smaller than you? You don't know what somebody has. You know, I mean, that's with anything. And provoking them is not the best situation. Because, I mean, all you're going to do here is, like, you might have a guy who's willing to fight, go all out, probably knocked a few people out, but gets his ass beat 9 times out of 10. However, though, it's been 10 years. You see that guy again, you're like, hey, look. There's that little drip, that little pussy drip that we seen walking down in high school. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I'm like, hey, bro. I'm like, man, I don't mess with him. Why? Like, nah, you don't even know. Like, nah, fuck that. Hey, you're a hoe. Hey, ho. Hey, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Hey, man, he got... Look, man, it's cool. We're cool. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You take care of your business with him. You don't know. You don't know how people have changed. You don't know how a country's changed. You don't know how a leader has changed. And with this man being at a point of political re-election, coming towards an end of a term, he's trying to show power. He's taking care of some issues that maybe his country was dealing with. We don't know the whole situation. We can say what we think that the media's told us. But when it comes down to it, if you don't know a person's situation, shitting on them is not going to solve it. Maybe coming to them in more of a respectful manner and understanding the situation, and maybe probably staying out of that business might be best. But we don't know, and I don't know. And really, I'm just coming not from a Russian-Ukraine standpoint or political standpoint. It's just more of a, hey, no one to keep your nose out of somebody's business, because it might not be what you think. And provoking them is not the best way to handle a situation. So, till next time.